That's the first goal of this match, and Range Rover goes in front on the penalty shot by J. Horton Schwartz III. 1-0 favor of Range Rover in the first chukker. Action continues. Range Rover in green pushing it up. Here goes Paul Rizzo, though, trying to cut off Horton Schwartz. Horton Schwartz trying to gather his pony as he comes in to dribble off of the boards, but he can't get control as the ball continues to move up and down. Later on, and still the first chukker, still looking for a first score for West Hills. There, a shot by Cresswell, bounces wide. Now Paul Rizzo comes out to get it, and he hits it underneath of Horton Schwartz's pony. It's the first score for West Hills, all tied 1-1. Paul Rizzo with his first goal of the day. Now, later on, first chukker action still, the score 1-1. Another penalty shot. J. Horton Schwartz now wide to the right, protected there in the goal by Paul Rizzo. Rizzo now comes out, tries to collect his pony near side forward shot. Could not collect it. Here's Daly trying to get the ball down into the offensive end of the field. Cresswell now, the young kid, the inexperienced #1 position player. Now Cresswell bounces it off of the boards, and it's Paul Rizzo again coming in for a tap-in, his second goal of the match. West Hills leading surprisingly in the first chukker 2-1. J. Horton Schwartz trying to collect the ball, pushing it into his offensive end of the field, but it's intercepted by Paul Rizzo. Dave Rizzo trying to ride him off as they drive down into the offensive end for West Hills. Dave Rizzo under the neck, pushing it back away from that goal area for West Hills. Paul Rizzo chips it back. Now it's dangerous. Kenny Cresswell with a tap-in. The third goal of the first chukker for West Hills. And it's the young kid, Kenny Cresswell, with his first goal of the match. The score now a surprising lead for West Hills, 3-1 at the end of the first chukker. Now as play starts in the second chukker, again, 2-goal lead for West Hills. We see that Range Rover is pressing the action. Led by Bill Miller, they're coming in tight, and that is a goal by Dave Rizzo. But wait, was it really off of Dave Rizzo's mallet? As we see in the replay, it's Peter Daly who comes in and really gets his mallet on the ball, striking it off of the front right foreleg of Dave Rizzo's horse. Doesn't matter, it counts for Range Rover. Now the score 3-2, they're back to within 1. Here's Paul Rizzo on the offense for West Hills. Dave Rizzo with a defensive check, but the ball was left for Kenny Cresswell, and it's his second goal of the match. 4-2 in favor of West Hills. They go back to a 2-goal cushion, and that's the way it ends up at the end of the second chukker. A tremendous break for West Hills. So as we see the score, 4-2. They have a 2-goal lead. What a surprise. Let's look at the scoring. Schwartz started things off in the first chukker. Then it was Paul Rizzo twice before Kenny Cresswell scored. Second chukker, Dave Rizzo put in his first goal. Kenny Cresswell his second. That's how it ended up. A quick refreshment and some fresh horses, and they were ready for the third chukker of this all-important match at West Hills. 4-2 now. West Hills in the lead. Third chukker action. Kenny Cresswell there with 2 goals. Paul Rizzo with 2. Now Daly riding with Cresswell, pushing the action for West Hills, trying to lengthen that cushion of 2 goals as they go into the offensive end of the field. Neither team scoring until this point in the third chukker. Kenny Cresswell riding off Dave Rizzo as they come into the West Hills offensive end. He leaves the ball back for teammate Paul Rizzo. Here he comes. Hard shot, upper left-hand corner. Paul Rizzo gets his third goal of the match, and the lead now is lengthened for West Hills. They lead Range Rover 5-2 in the third chukker. Watch how beautifully this is set up for Paul Rizzo. The ball was hit back by the defense, not far enough. Here comes Rizzo. Bang, upper left-hand corner, perfectly placed. Now back to action in the third chukker. Again, a 3-goal lead for the white team from West Hills. And that's number 3, Horton Schwartz taking charge for Range Rover. He's dribbling along the boards, and he puts it in. That's his second goal of the match. He brings his team back, and look at the way he handles that ball against the boards, getting it in front of Daly and putting in the third goal for Range Rover. 5-3, that's the score, third chukker. And Schwartz putting in his second goal of the match. You can see Rizzo scoring his third here in the third chukker. Now as we go into the fourth chukker, this chestnut mare, a favorite pony of Horton Schwartz. This is Rita, the best pony in the World Championships in Germany this year, and Horton Schwartz was saving this pony for the fourth chukker. Will it be Horton, Schwartz, and Rita, or this gentleman, Paul Rizzo? Will he rise to the occasion? How about Dave Rizzo? He's already scored 1 goal. Can he bring Range Rover back? Or maybe Ken Cresswell, the young kid who already has 2 goals. We start 4th chukker action, and right away there's a penalty kick. This gives the team from Range Rover a chance to come back to within 1 goal, and they get it against Paul Rizzo. It's Horton Schwartz putting in yet another goal, his 3rd. The score now 5-4, Range Rover within 1. Range Rover really pushing the action. There's Horton Schwartz clearing the ball, but Peter Daly knocks it back. It's Peter Daly against Dave Rizzo. Daly trying to control in close along the boards, and he scores. Peter Daly gets his first goal of the match, and he gives West Hills a little bit of breathing room. Watch this as he controls the ball in front of Dave Rizzo. Very tight operating room here. 1 hit to get it over to his offside, and then Peter Daly knocks it in front of Dave Rizzo, the 6th goal for the West Hills team, and the veteran Peter Daly puts his team back to a 2-goal margin, and now 6-4, Range Rover down by 2. As action continues and going toward the end now of this match, we're in the 4th chukker. Here's Ken Cresswell, the young kid, really working the boards, dribbling up along the boards inside of Horton Schwartz, and he knocks in the 7th goal for West Hills. Kenny Cresswell with a very, very tough move, a veteran-like move for a young player. Watch him dribbling along the boards, using the boards to his advantage, riding off the defensive efforts of Horton Schwartz, squeezing inside of that famous Pony Rita, and scoring the 7th goal of the match. Kenny Cresswell, what a day he has had. 3 goals, a hat trick for the young kid. So Kenny Cresswell has to be very happy with his performance today. Again, a hat trick for him. Not expected that much scoring out of Kenny Cresswell. And now Range Rover forced to score immediately to get back into this match. Range Rover in green. West Hills leading 7-4 in white. The bowl in from Brownstein. The ball pushed out. Horton Schwartz has a chance to get it. He misses it. Here comes Paul Rizzo. Under the neck, offside shot. A beautiful goal. The 4th goal of the match for Paul Rizzo. Instant replay shows how beautifully he set this up. And his team now leads 8-4 before later in the 4th chukker, this penalty shot coming up. One of the last chances for Range Rover. It's Schwartz against a defended goal with Paul Rizzo. They missed that chance, and look at Paul Rizzo. He digs the ball out all alone, knocks it down the field for his 5th goal of the match. That ended the scoring for today. Paul Rizzo, 5 goals, and West Hills, a surprising win, 9-4. This team, very tough today, led by Paul Rizzo, number 2. And that'll do it. The time has expired. Again, the final was 9-4 as the team in green, Range Rover, congratulates the winning team, West Hills in white. We'll be back with the awards ceremony in just a moment.
These guys is a pro photographer. One's a dentist. With the autofocus EOS 750, it's tough to tell them apart. Canon EOS. Now you don't have to be a pro to shoot like one. And with the EOS 750, now you don't have to be a pro to afford one. Autofocus Canon EOS, so advanced, it's easy to shoot like a pro.
By the way, Doc, could you look at this tooth?
Now, a $50 rebate direct from Canon.
Sharp.
Sharp, the only 12-to-1 zoom camcorder. That's who. Sharp, so fully automatic, just turn it on and shoot. The Sharp 12-to-1 zoom camcorder. That's who. While most camcorders stop here, only the Sharp 12-to-1 zoom keeps zooming all the way to here. Beautiful, even in low light. Sharp, the only 12-to-1 zoom. Nobody gets you closer to the ones you love than Sharp. From Sharp Minds come Sharp Products.
Hey, partner.
Hey, what's up,
This
man?
is it, man. The big one.
Tell me.
Ready?
No sweat.
Yeah, you know, I can't wait to see the old man's face when we put this one away.
Me neither.
Ow, too. I mean, he's not gonna believe this.
Relax. All you gotta do is pass.
Pass? Are you kidding, man? I'm gonna ace this test.
Okay, genius. So explain macroeconomic theory in 3 sentences or less.
Keep the door to your future open. Exercise your mind and body, and maybe you can be one of the few, the proud, the Marines.
First of all, I'd like to thank everyone that helped with this event today. A special note to 2 important members of the West Hills team, Jerry Napp and Rizzo, for all their contributions. I'd like to have a round of applause for all their help keeping this club going. I'd like to have a special thanks to Steve Glassman that put all the work into what you're seeing going on in the facilities here. He really did a super job. Round of applause for Steve. And lastly, but most importantly, we want to thank the players today for having done a wonderful job and really showed us what true athletes are, both in players and in ponies. And I'd like to bring up both the Range Rover team and the West Hills team for the trophy presentation. Come on up there, please. Come on. Thank you, Doc. Thanks, Polly. Thanks, Paul. Well done. We have a little token of our appreciation. This is a first in a tradition. We're calling it the West Hills Polo Invitational of 1989. We also have a sponsor, who's been very gracious. That's Range Rover through Volvoville. And we want to thank both Brian and Michael Lazarus for having made this possible with that sponsorship. I'd also like to say that we hope to make this a yearly tradition, and we're starting off on a great foot with some great players and with wonderful arena play for today. So, in appreciation to the winning team, which is West Hills today, I would like to present this trophy to Peter Daly, to Paul Rizzo, and to Ken Cresswell for a fantastic play. I would next like to introduce Michael Lazarus, who will be presenting our MVP award. Michael.
The consensus of opinion was that the MVP of this game is Paul Rizzo. Congratulations.
No doubt about that. Paul Rizzo with 5 goals on the day for West Hills. The MVP. He plays pro arena ball for Dallas-Fort Worth. What a day he had for West Hills Polo here against Range Rover. 5 goals on a winning team. Looking at the stats for the rest of the squads, West Hills and Range Rover. West Hills fouls led by Kenny Cresswell. Range Rover led by Schwartz with 3. Penalty shots, 6 taken by West Hills, 8 by Range Rover, 14 in all. Only 1 was made, that by Horton Schwartz. Moving on to field shots, you can see a total of 13 for West Hills, 12 for Range Rover. Add those to the goals made for total shots for each player. Here's how the scoring went. Schwartz gave Range Rover their only lead, but then West Hills 3 straight. In the second chukker, they swapped goals. In the third chukker, they swapped goals again. Then Schwartz got his 2nd straight to open the 4th, and then 4 straight for West Hills. That'll do it. Our congratulations to West Hills as they win 9-4 over Range Rover.